This is North Star News for ongoing, unbiased analysis of Horn of Africa geopolitics that you won't find on mainstream news. Subscribe now. The Horn of Africa is one of the most strategically important regions in the world, and right at its heart lays Somaliland, a country that exists in every practical sense but still lacks one crucial thing: international recognition. For over 30 years, Somaliland has maintained its own government, currency, military, and even held peaceful elections while neighboring Somalia has been trapped in cycles of conflict. But what would happen if the world finally recognized Somaliland's independence? The implications could reshape the entire region. With a population of 5 to 6 million people, recognized Somaliland would immediately become a significant player in the Horn of Africa. To put this in perspective, that's larger than the populations of Djibouti and Eritrea combined. Its territory spans approximately 137,600 square kilometers, bigger than countries like Greece or South Korea. While still smaller than Somalia, Ethiopia, or Kenya, Somaliland's true potential lies not in its size, but in its strategic advantages. Recognition would be a game-changer for Somaliland's military capabilities. Currently fielding between 20,000 to 30,000 well-trained security forces, Somaliland has already proven its ability to maintain stability, something rare in the region. With official statehood, these forces could transform into a proper national military. Imagine Somaliland legally acquiring advanced defense systems, participating in UN peacekeeping missions, or even hosting strategic military partnerships with global powers. The country's location along the Gulf of Aden makes it invaluable for combating piracy, terrorism, and securing one of the world's busiest shipping lanes. But the real revolution would be economic. Right now, Somaliland's GDP stands at around $2 billion, modest but bursting with potential. The crown jewel is the port of Berbera, recently expanded with $442 million in investments from DP World. This deep-sea port is positioned to become the main trade gateway for landlocked Ethiopia, potentially diverting 30% of Ethiopia's cargo traffic away from Djibouti. Add to this the recently completed Berbera Corridor highway connecting to Ethiopia, and you have the makings of an economic powerhouse. The numbers tell a compelling story. Ethiopia's economy is growing at over 6% annually, and Somaliland is perfectly positioned to capture this growth. With recognition, foreign investment would flood in, not just in ports and logistics, but in sectors like livestock. Somaliland already exports millions of animals annually, telecommunications, and potentially even oil and gas. Economists estimate Somaliland could surpass Djibouti's GDP within a decade of recognition. Geopolitically, recognition would be seismic. The Berbera Port's strategic location has already attracted interest from global powers. The UAE has a military base there, and Western nations see Somaliland as a potential stable partner in an unstable region. Unlike Djibouti, which is becoming increasingly dominated by Chinese influence, Somaliland offers an alternative. Recognition would allow Somaliland to negotiate direct trade deals, join international organizations, and become a legitimate voice in regional affairs. Now contrast this with Somalia. On paper, Somalia should be the regional leader. Its 637,600 square kilometers make it larger than France or Ukraine, with a coastline stretching over 3,300 kilometers. But decades of conflict have left its potential untapped. While Somalia's $8 billion GDP is larger than Somaliland's, much of this comes from foreign aid and remittances rather than productive capacity. Its military, though numbering 20,000 to 25,000 troops, remains focused on internal security against Al-Shabaab rather than projecting regional influence. The difference comes down to governance. While Somalia struggles with weak institutions and divided leadership, Somaliland has built a functioning democracy with peaceful transitions of power. This stability is why, despite lacking recognition, Somaliland has been able to attract significant foreign investment and maintain economic growth. The implications of recognition would ripple far beyond Somaliland's borders. It could trigger a reconfiguration of alliances in the Horn of Africa. Ethiopia would gain a more reliable trade partner. Gulf states would secure an alternative to Djibouti. Western nations would gain a stable counterterrorism partner. And perhaps most importantly, it would prove that good governance and stability can be rewarded in a region too often defined by conflict. The question isn't whether Somaliland deserves recognition. By any practical measure, it already functions as a country. The real question is, how much longer will the international community ignore the potential of this nation in waiting? Every year without recognition is a year of lost economic growth, missed opportunities, and unnecessary instability in a crucial region. The world needs to wake up to the reality that recognizing Somaliland isn't just about justice for its people. It's about unlocking a new era of prosperity and security for the entire Horn of Africa. What do you think? Should the world recognize Somaliland? Could it really become the next regional success story? Let's discuss in the comments. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth analyses of global geopolitics.